Hey everyone, my name's Jess. I'm a quantum energy healer. I'm a guide. I'm a mentor. I'm also a yoga teacher and instructor, meditation teacher, and I am just so passionate to help people step into their purpose, step into their truth, step into alignment, and help others and create meaningful impact in their lives to help uplift the planet and to make a difference in the world. And I'd love to welcome you, and you're in the right place if this is, something that you're interested in. If you're open to spirituality, the Akashic Records, intuition, and everything spiritual, then you're in the right place. And if you're a helper, a healer, a spiritual entrepreneur, and if you want to lead a soul-led business, then you are also in the right place because I speak about energetic blocks, what's stopping you from moving into your soul aligned business for success, for purpose, for meaningful impact. People come to me and they say, I'm a bit confused in my business. I'm lacking clarity. Something's not right. Then essentially, I just want to say that a lot of the time it's because we're not in energetic alignment. We're not connected to our dharma, to our purpose. We're, veering off to one side of things instead of, staying focused on our why and our mission. And that's why we tend to lose clarity in our business. So, sometimes you might be feeling lost. You're sitting here with so many thoughts. You're unclear. You are trying to make decisions for yourself, but none of them are feeling right. And your mind is spinning. You feel, confused and you don't know where to turn to next, and you feel that lack of clarity. You might be, pulling out all your strategies, but nothing's feeling right, nothing's working. Maybe people aren't seeing your message. People aren't, seeing your posts, or your clients aren't seeing or hearing you. And something's just feeling off in your business. So a lot of the time it's actually your alignment, your energetic alignment. Explain why empaths and spiritual entrepreneurs tend to feel this. And the reason is it's not just a mental thing. It's not, it's not your strategy. It's not your marketing. It's energetic. So that's what a lot of people miss, the energy. So when you're leading from a place of overwhelm, from like I used to do this all the time because I'm an air sign, like just, going all over the place, just going with whatever. And when you're still attached to other people's energies, then it becomes not in alignment because you're actually just acting upon other people's projections and expectations of you. And you're not leading from your own self. You're leading from other people's, thoughts and what you should be doing and all of these pressures. When we end up chasing results based from that, we're not moving from a place of alignment at all. We're second guessing ourselves every second of our business. We're procrastinating. We're asking everyone for approval, either directly or indirectly through posts. And most entrepreneurs and empaths, once I know, I'll act rather than coming from a place of I need to know first and then act. The truth is you act from clarity, but clarity shows up when you're in alignment to your higher self, when you're in alignment to your purpose. It's not gonna just show up from thin air. You need to align yourself first, and then that clarity comes through. Your crown chakra opens, and all of that knowledge and data just pours through into your crown chakra as knowledge, as knowing, and you're able to translate that spiritual information into actionable steps and concrete, moves in your business, because you're acting from alignment, from a place of alignment. So this is why a lot of you guys feel stuck, because you're doing everything right according to whoever, but in reality, you're not, opening that creative channel and flow from your divine self. And that's what we need to do to achieve business success, aligned clients, impact, income, all the things. Because each of us have our unique soul gifts and our unique mission. No one else has that in this world. You're the only person that has this. And if you don't implement it and channel it and act through it, then the world is missing out on your medicine. The world is missing out on your unique spark and gifts. Those people that are meant to get helped by you are not going to be helped because you're not stepping into your true power. So that's why it's so important to really step into it. It's not just for you. It's not just for the money. It's not just for your own ego. It's for the global impact, for the, uplifting others, helping us all rise together. So that's what's so important. And, I see this all the time, like people overthinking and overthinking. And I've been there too. Instead of feeling, instead of moving into the intuition. We all know how to follow our intuition. That's who we are. That's, we are innately intuitive beings. And we've just lost this amongst the, distraction of the world and the projections, expectations that others have, those thoughts, those beliefs that have been projected onto us, from our parents, from our teachers. And we get confused and lost about who we truly are and what our intuition is versus everything else, all the other noise. We need to stop overthinking and start feeling more into our intuition. And our mind will run in circles because our body and intuition are ignored. So we want to avoid that in our business. And instead of waiting for the perfect moment, we need to embrace each moment as what it is. And nothing's going to be perfect. Nothing's going to be put together. And if it is, then that's boring. It's nice to have that personality come through and that, imperfection. And that's what makes everyone unique. So that's what's important. Rather than waiting for that perfection, that idealistic whatever, we need to act from a place of alignment, not perfection. Absorbing other people's energies, that's something that everyone does. We absorb other people's energies if our boundaries, our energetic boundaries aren't strong enough. And we really need to maintain that energetic boundary if we're leaders, if we're business owners, if we're people who help others and lead others. We need to have our own boundaries in check, because we need to set that example for the people that we're helping to also do that. Because if our boundaries are weak and, leaky, and we're absorbing other people's energies all the time, then not only are we going to feel exhausted and drained and not our best, but we're going to feel confused, and our purpose and mission is going to be all scrambled, and we're not going to have that clarity in order to move into purposeful action and meaningful impact into the world, which is what we're supposed to be here to do. So we really need to. It's not only a necessity or something nice that we can do with our boundaries being good, but it's actually a requirement in order for us to be leaders. We need to have strong boundaries for our own self and for the good of others. That's what a lot of people miss. Because they think they're being the nice person when they help others and let other people, walk all over us. But the people aren't actually respecting you, because you're just, letting them do whatever, but they're not really respecting you or what you're saying. So they're not actually going to take what you're saying seriously anyway, probably. They might, but a lot of the time it won't mean as much for them if you don't have those strong boundaries. You need to make sure you're really strong and sovereign within your energetic field. And that's super important for your energy and for your clients that you're helping. You don't want to bring other people's energy into the session, for example, from, the shops that you were at, and those, the shopkeeper, you've taken on their energy and now you're like bringing that into your session. That's not going to help anyone, really. So we need to be really energetically sovereign in our boundaries and in our energetic field. Listen to our nervous system. So often our nervous system is telling us signals. So it either tells us signals that are accurate or inaccurate. An accurate signal is when our nervous system is telling us we're not in alignment. Yes, a bit of anxiety or a bit of like something's off, that gut feeling, or, our heart starts racing or we breathe faster. And those signals are trying to tell us that we're not in alignment and we need to reevaluate, reassess what's going on. Something happens in a past life in your Akashic Records and makes you unsafe in your nervous system. And then now it's carrying forward into lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, and finally into this lifetime. Then that's, something that we need to clear energetically, because it's not serving us anymore and it's false. It's not actually happening. Like, let's say, for example, we were, a bear ate us in a past life and we were scared, and our nervous system got, worried every time there was something bigger than us around. And now whenever there's a person around, we get nervous for some reason, and it's an unexplainable feeling, but that's not serving us anymore. And that's not really giving us any important information anymore. So it's really important to get to the bottom of that and clear it out so that we can relax. Our nervous system can be relaxed. And when our nervous system is relaxed, we're able to attract more income. We're able to attract more love. We're able to attract more. So when we have that capacity to attract and receive more, our nervous system has to be able to accommodate for that. So meaning it has to be able to feel safe. If you start to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm doing so many things wrong, I just want to say that it's not your fault. This is how our society has been brought up. This is your past lives. This is knowledge or lack of knowledge about this topic and our inability to be able to heal it properly because of not very many people know this type of healing work. So it's really just a lack of resources, a lack of knowledge, and it's not your fault. It's just what happens when you haven't learned about it? And you're here today to change that. And that's all that matters. Clarity isn't found in more planning and discipline, where sometimes that does help, but it is really found in connection, in intuition, in your energy, in your connecting to your higher self, connecting to your true inner knowing and inner wisdom, your inner compass. And when your nervous system is regulated, your intuition becomes louder, more clear. When you practice your intuition, it becomes more louder and more clear, and your decisions stop feeling so heavy, and momentum builds naturally instead of feeling forced. You can start all of this right now. You don't have to wait. You don't need permission. You can start healing and start implementing these changes anytime you like. Even the smallest energetic change will help you to wanting to help you move forward in your business, in your life, with your intuition, with your healing. And if this is really something that you're after, if you want to start taking control of your own life so that you can start living your best life and start healing that old, that old gunk out of your life so that you can see and feel more clearly in your business, I would love to invite you to attend my free masterclass, which is occurring on the 6th of February at 8 p.m. Sydney, Australia time. And I would love to invite you into it. And if you haven't received my free resource that I've created, it's all about 6 energetic shifts that you can start doing right now in order to attract more aligned clients, have business success, more energy, and living more an aligned life in alignment to your purpose and dharma. Then I would love to gift you that. And I'll just attach everything below, or you can send me a message, and you can follow me on Instagram, Divine Bliss Alignment, and my website's divineblisalignment.com. I hope that something resonated today. Really want to emphasize again that clarity isn't something that you force. It's something you return to, and your business will finally start to support you if you follow this and live in alignment to your purpose and who you truly are. If you align yourself, and it will stop draining you and you'll stop questioning yourself all the time and lead from a place of embodiment and alignment and truth rather than confusion and misalignment and exhaustion. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.